You know what my favorite comment is from people on the internet when they see me painting old pieces of furniture? It's, "Oh my God, how can you paint that? You devalued it." Like, did you know what it looked like when I got it? Because this is what a lot of them look like. They were already painted. This one had some youngsters that got a hold of some stickers and decided to scrapbook the entire front of it. This piece actually is a very high-end mid-century modern piece, and I debated between like sanding it all back and restaining it or doing something artistic with it. And when I started sanding down the top of it, I don't know what primer they used, but kudos to them. They at least knew what they were doing with primer. It did not want to come off whatsoever. So this entire top, you're gonna see here, I gave up like a quarter of the way through and then had to come back to it at a later time. But that mixed with the severe damage that was on the left-hand side of it, I had to like Bondo a ton of it and add extra wood supports and everything else. So the wood on the underside was not in good enough condition to sand it and restain it. So I just went ahead and fixed all of the stuff, sanded it down with a good scuff sand, sanded the top completely bare for a stain, wiped everything down, and then repainted it. I was kind of happy deciding to paint this though, just because the original handles on that were, it created like a perfect little frame in the middle, and I'm like, that would be like the perfect spot for a decoupage print. I don't typically use spray paint on pieces, but I did have this like black enamel spray paint laying around that I needed to use up, and this was going to be the perfect base to do this in black and then to dry brush a white over top of it, which is what you can see here, and I actually didn't get the footage of it. But I do a dry brush over top so you can still see some of the black showing through, and then later on in the video you'll see that I take this like black antiquing wax or like a glaze to go over it, and then it adds all of this like multicolored dimension with having both of those, the black and the white shining through. This print fit perfectly in between that little border, and then I went through and took off some of the white so you can see like more heavier splotches of the black underneath. And then I added more white around the edges because the paper didn't quite go up to the border. There was probably a good, I don't know, quarter inch on either side. So the white was going to make a good base to then take that antiquing wax over, and you're not going to be able to see where the paper ends and then the rest of the furniture piece begins. This antiquing wax that I'm using is from Krylon, and it is a sealer as well, so it's the last step that you're going to need to do. I know it looks a little muddy right now, but you just got to trust the process with this. I also apparently deleted the footage of staining the top of this and then also adding a transfer to the center of the top drawer. And then I took some of the antiquing wax and then filled in that skull so it kind of matched with the rest of the piece. Thanks y'all for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed this.